Hello, my students. Welcome to my today's topic. Today, our topic is internet security. Okay, so basically that the rapid growth of internet and its application in diverse fields, security risks have also increased. Okay, so in this lesson, we shall discuss the various threats that can harm us or our computers and what precautionary measures we can take to keep our computers and online data safe. Okay, so start the lecture. So at first, introduction to internet security. So internet security is a branch of computer security which comprises various security measures for ensuring the security of transactions done online. Okay, okay, so already we sent over the internet our personal information like our names and those of our family's passwords for our accounts including emails, banking, or even credit card details. Okay, so crackers, that means the knowledgeable persons with bad intentions, can easily intercept this information and misuse it for their own benefit. Okay, so we'll, we should take the precautions to improve the internet security. So what are the precautions already listed here one by one? First of all, it is keep password safe. We register at various sites for accessing their content, during which we have to enter a username and password. Okay, so if we lost the password to our email, bank, or credit card accounts, we could be facing severe monetary losses. Okay, we should therefore take special care to protect our passwords. The okay, so you whenever you are using any password, keep in mind that your password should be strong. Okay, which have a combination of lower and uppercase letters, numbers, and also special characters. Okay, and keep the length of the password at least 12 to 14 characters. Okay, do not use easy to guess passwords. Avoid using words as passwords such as your name or surname, username, dictionary words. Okay, names of your family members like mothers, fathers. Okay, or even friends. Okay, so if you decide to use a simple password, add a number or special character to the password either at the beginning or at the end, or even in the both the places, and write down your password and store it in a safe place. Okay, this will help you not to forget it. Keep it under lock and key. Always create a unique password for each account. Avoid using the same password for multiple sites to prevent data loss. Okay, and you should remember that do not store your password in your browser unless you are the only one using that computer, as it can be accessed by anyone. Okay, and the last one is use password manager software. Use password manager software. There are several programs available which store all passwords and keep them in one place. Okay, number 2 point is install antivirus software. virus Viruses threaten our computer security, especially when on the internet. Okay, so it is therefore necessary to have strong antivirus software installed on our computer. Okay, so besides viruses, there are other threats called malware like trojans, adware, spyware. Okay, phishing, bugs, worms. Ensure that the antivirus program that you have installed can tackle all these type of problems. Okay, number 3 is regular update of antivirus. As mentioned earlier, new threats are coming up every day, so it is necessary to update your antivirus software regularly so that the software can detect and counter new threats. Okay, next one is okay next one is use firewall. Okay, so some programs might try to access your computer remotely without your permission. To prevent this, we should install a firewall on our computer. Okay, so basically a firewall is a software that can help in preventing unauthorized access to our computer by blocking unsolicited communications. Okay. Next point is, do not open attachment from unknown sources. One of the most common ways through which viruses spread is email, electronic mail. So, ignore unsolicited emails, avoid opening the attachments, links, and forms in emails that come from people you don't know. Okay. Next point is, scan all portable storage devices before use. Now, in regular days, we use pen drive. So, pen drives are one of the most popular storage devices in use today due to their convenience and portability. It has been found that they are also the most common sources of infection in computers. Okay, so set up your antivirus software to automatically scan your every portable device plugged into the computer. Okay, so it is the best precaution for the pen drive to ensure that your system is safe. Okay, next point is, update all software regularly. If your software is not updated, then the problem will persist and leave your computer open to security threat. Okay, to avoid this, try to set all the softwares to update automatically on the regular basis. Next one is, backup data regularly. So, to avoid an unfortunate eventuality of your computer being infected by a virus, it is important to have a backup of all your important data. Okay. Next point is, secure transaction. Do not send important information like usernames, passwords, or any personal details over unsecure connection. Okay, look for HTTPS instead of HTTP in your browser address bar. Okay, so HTTPS indicates that it is a secure connection. Okay, so remember it for the secure transactions. We shall now see some Windows 7 features that help us to keep our computer secure. Open control panel by clicking on the start button and then selecting control panel option. The control panel opens up. Click on the action center option as shown here. Okay, the action center window displays some color coded message. The message color coded as red requires urgent attention and is considered to be serious issue, as it can be observed that Windows update has not been set up. Okay, so under the maintenance section, here is the maintenance message is displayed prompting that backup has not been set up. Okay, since this is not a critical issue, it is color coded as yellow as shown in this figure. Okay, we shall now see some of the settings that we can set under the security section. Let us begin by setting up the Windows Update feature by clicking on the Change Settings button. Okay, in this window, as shown in this figure, we have two options. Either we can choose to update Windows automatically, or we can allow Windows to notify us whenever there is an update available for download. Okay, here we shall click on install updates automatically. Okay, which is the recommended option. Now Windows update will get downloaded and installed automatically on our system. Click on the drop down arrow on the security section. Okay, the settings of other features will now be displayed as in this figure. Okay, here is the security option. As it can be noticed, the Windows Update feature is now turned on. Beside this, the Windows Firewall, Virus and Spyware protection are also turned on here. Okay, now click on View Installed Anti-Spyware Programs. Okay, programs as can be seen in this figure. Since Avast antivirus program has been installed, the pre-installed Windows Defender has been turned off. Okay, clicking on the antivirus program name allows us to update it by clicking on Update tab. Okay, if the antivirus program is off, we can turn it on by clicking on Turn on tab. Okay, click on Close when you have finished selecting and updating the antivirus program. Okay. Okay, the next setting is the internet security setting. Since Windows 7 is closely integrated with the Internet Explorer web browser, these settings are done from Internet Explorer. Okay, so carry out the following steps to make changes to these settings. Okay, double click on the Internet Explorer icon on the desktop to open the Internet Explorer web browser. Okay, then click on the settings button present on the top right corner of the screen and select the internet option. Okay, from the drop down list to begin the internet security settings. Now internet option window will open with several tabs as shown in this figure. Okay, click on security tab here. The security settings option will be displayed. As it can be seen, there are 4 zones, namely internet, local intranet, trusted sites and restricted sites. Okay, select any one of these zones to adjust the settings for it. Okay, within each of the above mentioned zones we can have different levels of security ranging from the medium to high. Move the slider under the section security level for this zone. Okay, security level for this zone to the desired level. Okay, a custom level can also be defined by clicking on the custom level tab. Okay, click on OK when you have completed the internet security settings. Okay, similar settings can also be done from other web browsers such as Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. Okay, the next setting is the user account control or UAC. or user account control. This feature prevents from unauthorized changes to your computer. Click on the change settings link under the UAC settings. The user account control settings window will be displayed as shown in this figure. The slider to the left indicates that there are 4 possible settings here ranging from always notify, which is the most secure settings, to never notify, which should be used only if you wish to use programs which are not certified for Windows 7. Okay, then click on OK when you have finished with UAC or user account control settings. Okay, depending on your earlier settings, a message may be displayed confirming that if you wish to change the settings of your computer. Okay, the next settings under the security settings of the Action Center is the network access protection. Okay, this settings is used by the network administrator to ensure that all the computers on a network are updated and secure. Okay, now the maintenance section. Okay, now the maintenance section. We now come to the maintenance section of the Action Center, where a message is already displayed that your files are not being backed up. We shall now learn how to set a backup in our computer. Okay, click on Setup Backup button as shown here. Then we will have to specify the location of the backup files. Okay, backup destination. It is better to have an external hard drive for your backup location. You can also backup your files to any of the partitions on the hard disks of your computer. Okay, as can be seen in this figure. Okay, the available destinations for the backups are displayed, and one could even select a network locations as the destination. Here we shall select the local D drive or departitions as our destination for the backup. Okay, so then click on the next when you have chosen the backup location. Okay, clicking on the next directs us to the next displayed window. Here we can select which files and folders we wish to backup. Okay, as shown in this figure, two options are displayed, namely let Windows choose which is the recommended option, and let me choose which is suitable for the experienced users. Okay, click on the let Windows choose radio button and then click on the next. Okay, as shown in this figure, you can review our backup settings that we have applied for the backup. If required, we can also change the settings. Okay, click on the change schedule option to set up the schedule for the backups as shown in this figure. As you will notice that you can set up the backup to run daily, weekly or monthly. Okay, choosing the daily data backup option will ensure that minimum data is lost in case of any problem, while selecting the monthly will risk of a lot of data. Ensure that your computer is on and you are not busy with some other work at that time. Click on OK when you have set up the schedule for the backup. When you are satisfied that the settings are proper, click on the save setting and run backup button. Okay, the backup procedure will now begin and a window will display the progress of the backup. Here it is, progress of the Windows backup. We could interrupt the backup process by clicking on the stop backup button. Okay, here it is, stop backup button. Depending on the amount of data that you have, the process can be completed or even interrupt if required. Okay, when the backup process is completed, a message will be displayed as shown in this figure. Windows backup has completed successfully. Okay, then click on the close button to proceed with your work. Okay, so other options in the maintenance section in the action center will be displayed after clicking on the drop down arrow like that way. Okay, you can observe that since the updates and backups have been scheduled as recommended, there are no more outstanding issues. In case your computer has been experiencing problems, the maintenance section will display suitable messages and also suggest possible solution for these problems. Okay, we'll learn clearing data stored in browsers. Data may be stored in temporary internet files, cookies, usernames, passwords, browsing history, download history, favorites, and data from forums. If this information falls into the wrong hands, it would result in the loss of our privacy and may also result in an unsecured situation. To preserve our privacy and ensure that our browsing is always secure, we should regularly delete the data stored in our browser. Okay, so follow the steps given here to clear the data stored in the Internet Explorer browser. Okay, so open Internet Explorer browser from the menu bar. Click on the Tools tab. Followed by the Delete Browsing History as shown in this figure. Okay, as can be seen in this figure, there are different types of data that is stored in our browsers. We can now choose which data to clear and which data to retain in our browsers. Okay, favorites are sites which you visit very often. Ensure that the checkbox labeled Preserve Favorites website data is checked if you do not want to clear the data and files related to your favorite sites from browsers. Okay, whenever we visit a web page, the files used on this page are downloaded and stored on our computer. This ensures that the next time we will access the same page, the files are loaded faster. Make sure that the checkbox labeled temporary internet files is ticked to clear out this data. Okay, most websites store our personal information on our computers, enable them to quickly recognize us when we visit them again. Note that this might not be good for us. Click on the checkbox labeled cookies and website data to clear out all cookies and website data that is stored in the browser. Okay. Next is the history. The history of all websites you have visited is stored in the browser. If you use to clear the history of the websites you have visited, click on this checkbox. History. Sorry. Okay. Now, the list of files that you have downloaded from the internet is stored in the download history. Okay. So ensure that this checkbox is ticked in case you wish to clear the record of all the files that you have downloaded from the internet. Download history. Okay. Next, while filling forms on the internet, you may have sometimes chosen to store the form data and password in the browser. This allows the browser to autofill certain form fields quickly. Okay. However, certain people can misuse this data and can harm to you. To clear out this data, make sure that the next two checkboxes labeled form data and passwords respectively are ticked. Okay, you should tick this option. Okay, the next checkbox titled tracking protection data ActiveX filtering and do not track lets you protect yourself from sites that wish to track your browsing habits. Okay, this option. Okay, so once you have checked all the required boxes, click on the delete button. Okay, the selected data will be deleted and you can continue to have a safe browsing session. Okay, so I think you got the knowledge about the internet security, so practice it all and like our video. Okay, thank you.